Hey everyone, we forgot to bring this up in our last video because we said there wasn't much going into boxing, and there was a dude in my comment section. You think you know, they want to find a way to get the belts off of Crawford. Well, you know, we noticed this before the Spence fight. We told you before how fighters such as Keith Thurman and so many other plethora of fighters over at the PBC, they can be inactive, not even fight for years, and still retain their belts. And again, the timing always tells you everything when these schemers are always plotting. But WBO now all of a sudden wants to take its belt away from Jamel Charlo, and this was before the Spence fight. And I already saw that as PBC just already trying to play politics, because again, you guys, when you elevate guys like Ugas out of nowhere for beating Ramos and just all this nonsense, although Manny Pacquiao, the champion recess, assigned to fight Errol Spence, the #1 welterweight, by their system and laws, you know, and they do this crazy stuff. You know, it's like this perverse equity, you know what I'm saying? There's no rhyme or reason to their madness, guys. You know what I'm saying? But we already saw that as, okay, we're going to try to still contain Terrence Crawford. And we see just all of a sudden Suleiman, you know, a guy who allowed Canelo to choose his own mandatory fight, Yildirim, guy who got busted for PEDs, was on a two-year layoff. Oh man. You know what I'm saying? Coming off a loss, you know, Canelo can go ahead and fight that guy, you know what I'm saying? But now when there's talk of Crawford wanting to move up and fight Canelo, oh wait, we care about the integrity of the sport again, just like you Spence fans. You know, here's Suleiman. Yeah, I had a change of heart now. You know, I'm trying to do right by the sport. Okay, Suleiman. Okay, Errol Spence fans. You guys now care all of a sudden about integrity and honor again, and you've been proven wrong again. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence ain't even notified these people that he can't make 147. He wants to fight at 154, which he probably will now, because now once again they're exposed again with their little narratives and everything else. And I know that PBC, they give incentive to push these narratives for them. This is what they do. There's a reason why these people do what they do, man. I'm trying to tell you. PBC has only schemes. They put so much effort in things instead of ensuring that their fighters are the real deal, are the actual truth. They'll label their fighters the truth. They'll try to set them up and prop them up with CG and everything else to make it appear that they're the truth. But there's nothing, PBC has nothing to do with the truth, guys. And here we are again, when I see this inconsistent behavior out of nowhere, and the timing just seems too perfect and on point. You understand? You mean to tell me maybe Al Haymond's not behind that? Maybe he's not telling these guys, hey, let's try to not make it where this guy can go up, and, you know, who knows, maybe he can beat Canelo. It's the fear alone. It's the way they move. I don't need to see Al Haymond in front of an interview, in front of a microphone, to know how this dude thinks and moves. He shows you by his actions. He shows you every time. The man don't need to be in front of a camera. It's an effeminate system, and they always do effeminate female dog type tactics. They don't like merit. All this effort that you waste and all this scheming and maneuvering and doing stuff behind the scenes, this is why July 29th happened, guys. You have to teach your fighters how to win off merit. Sometimes you got to throw your fighters into the pool, even if they don't know how to swim, just so that they can learn that, you know, maybe the sky isn't falling. Maybe you can't survive this. You can't coddle your fighters And you can't bring them all up off of narratives and just make believe, guys. Again, Terrence Crawford, double down what we've been telling you. I told you guys, these dudes ain't gonna do better than Mean Machine. I told you this years ago. And here we are today. The guy that you propped it up and placed on the highest seat didn't even do what a one-legged Benavides did. Didn't even do what Jeff Horn did. Jeff Horn has better, trickier footwork and head movement than Errol Spence, guys. This stuff just keeps coming full circle, and you guys continually get caught up in your own devices. Now listen, I told you guys I'd rather see the Benavides fight. I live here in Phoenix. I would definitely want to see that so I can see my dude finally get some shine. But it's sad that they still have to play these types of games versus Crawford. Look at the means and the extremes they go to try to keep this man contained. It's just hilarious to me, guys. It's too funny. Cowards will flock together. And again, we told you back in the day, once the boxing world realized they do have an actual legit fighter, they know he's the truth. You saw how it shook the whole world. Again, with Jeff Horn, we ain't got no problem. Jeff Horn, please come. We welcome you into our home. We welcome you across the street to our home. But for Terrence Crawford, again, do I need to bring up old history, guys? And this is the same for the world. I'm trying to tell you. The world is trying to groom everybody to value what is fake over that which is true. Not that I'm saying Crawford is the absolute truth. I do think he has a good chance to beat Canelo Alvarez. I think you guys have overrated Canelo, just like a lot of you have overrated so many fighters. And I've told you multiple times, this era of boxing to me is the weakest since I've been alive. You know what I'm saying? The guy that I see as being the most real is Terrence Crawford. That's why I put him on a pedestal on this channel. He reminds me a lot of the old school fighters that I grew up on. Again, guys who weren't over here talking about you're on the wrong side of the street and talking about money. Floyd Mayweather, just to give you guys an example. He's not like these guys today. He's not. He wasn't entitled. He knew how to work and get what he wanted. If I got to take a fight for $3,000, I'll do that. You guys, these guys try to skip, again, and people have said this and they know this. You trying to skip the step of Pretty Boy Floyd and you just want to be Money Mayweather. And that's what a Keith Thurman, a Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, these guys rely on matchmaking before they're even tested. And again, we told you, they're giving belts, they're giving silk sheets before they're even given belts. They don't even have to earn them. Look at Ugas, he just got emailed a belt. You know what I'm saying? Because Al Heyman went over here, paid, standing on saw these other guys step aside money. It's the same stuff. And again, just like you Spence fans, I'm supposed to believe that Suleiman, I guess, had a Scrooge moment, and now he wants to do what's right in his life and uphold the integrity of the sport. Get out of here, guys. Get out of here. They know what they're doing. They're still plotting and scheming. There's nothing new, man. None of this stuff shocks me or amazes me. The only consistency that these dudes have is that they're inconsistent. You can trust that a liar is going to be a liar. It's that simple. Even when it means less money, these guys are more willing to throw up a facade than even make more money, guys. The system over there is screwy. And I see this everywhere. I do. People today do things that don't make sense. That's the cool thing to do today. Even if it costs them money, even if it creates more extra work that they got to do, go through this complicated process instead of just making sure your fighter is the truth, man. It's pathetic. But we just wanted to come up with a quick follow-up to our last video, guys. You know, there's nothing new under the sun, guys. Nothing new at all. We'll talk to you later. Bye.